Yeah, give me just a second. Is Malibu?
I mean, I rolled initiative because I want to attack them. So like, if
Yeah,
that's a
I got that.
surprise, then
That's
yeah,
what I was gonna ask. Is he gonna attempt to surprise them?
yeah, he would just literally jump as soon as he saw like the kid getting beaten up. He would literally just try to jump into action. So if that surprises them, then
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and roll a surprise test. It's your reaction plus intuition. What you're doing is you're looking for to get 3 hits. If you get 3 hits, then you're not surprised.
damn it.
Oh, in that case, I'm not surprised.
Can I spend a point? Can't you spend a point of edge to get a
Yes,
success or something?
absolutely.
I want to do
You
that.
can
I want to do that.
you can spend a point of edge to re-roll the dice that were not hits.
There you go. Fivers.
Yeah, they are all surprised. Now we roll initiative, and all these guys get a -10 because of the fact that they're surprised. They do not get to go this round because they have a -10 on that 7 roll that they got. Yeah, and you are not surprised either, Professor Davros.
So is he actually getting beat up at this point?
He's not getting beat up, no, but he's being pushed around, like pushed from person to person.
Gotcha.
So Malibu can go ahead and go first. He appropriately, since he wanted to initiate all this.
Okay, I can activate my cyber spurs as a free action, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Who's the biggest guy? It's not a troll, is it?
No, they're all humans.
Oh, definitely gonna go up to the biggest guy and do a. Well, what I want to basically do is turn him around and grab him and threaten him. But would that be a subduing combat roll or?
So go ahead and roll unarmed combat. You got 2 hits. He's subdued.
Good. I didn't want to damage him, but I want to basically put my cyber spurs in his face and, make him try to convince him to stop. Just the old standard. Why don't you pick on someone your own size, punk?
All right. He looks a little stunned. Case.
All right, I'm going to do matrix perception, looking for a hidden icon. So with this roll, I just get to know whether or not there's an icon out there.
Yes, and there are several. Icons running silent. Next, haunted house.
Okay, for a free action, I'm going to just say, looks like things are getting a little bit cloudy outside. And then for a simple action, I'm going to use my rigger command console, which is the piece of equipment I was holding when I walked in, to just activate the Horizon flying eye drone that I was playing with when we were in the meeting with Badger.
All right, Professor Davros.
All right, so Davros doesn't really know what's going on. Like, he was just riding his bike, and then he got knocked over, and then people were pushing him around, and then all these other guys came and started making weird puns, and so he's not sure what's going on, and so he's scared, and now he's getting kind of angry because this was not how his day was supposed to go, and so he has no idea what to do in this situation, so he's just going to kind of go berserk and just start doing stuff. He doesn't know what he's doing, and but he's very upset. So in game terms, he is going to cast a Force 6 stun ball.
Holy moly.
And just kind of throw it somewhere. Like, he doesn't even know where. He's just so angry. He's just yeah. So he's just gonna throw it at the ground near, away from him.
Got it. He'll probably get hit by the effect.
Yeah, he definitely will.
You got 5 hits. You got 2 drain from that.
Yep.
So all of the gangers and Malibu and you are going to get hit by this.
Okay.
Have Malibu roll his willpower.
Boom.
Nice. So you are not affected by this stun ball. Alright, so all of them get hit and kind of get stunned and staggered back a little bit with the giant, massive explosion of energy that just flies from a ball out of this kid's hands and hits the ground. Davros is, though, you also need to roll your willpower because you got hit as well.
Alright. Ugh.
Wow, you take 4 stun because that was 5 hits. Malibu seemed to be unaffected by it, and he gets to go again. You've got the guy who looks pretty scared. He also got knocked around by the big energy explosion, and he's looking pretty terrified with razor spurs in his face and energy explosion going off.
Well, what Malibu would do is first scream, "Mage!" and then he would roll a perception to see if he can figure out where the casting is coming from.
Yeah, so you easily can tell where it's coming from. Out of character, Malibu wasn't one of his reasons for coming to Seattle was to look for his nephew.
He just knows that his nephew's somewhere in Seattle, so one of the things in the back of his mind would have been to like look him up while he's there, check in on him, see how he's doing. How old is he again? I mean, how old is that nephew, Davros?
20.
Oh, he would have like no idea. He probably hasn't seen him in. So Malibu would have gotten like the Christmas card. So maybe maybe he probably would have last seen him when he was a teenager, like maybe 15. So I don't know if that affects anything, but
you suddenly realize that kid looks really familiar.
Okay, well, my protective and nurturing instinct is amplified.
Well, he
Hey,
definitely
GM?
didn't recognize me from Facebook.
GM, can Hauser use his held simple action?
Absolutely.
All right, I'd like to go ahead and load up on my RCC the Clear Sight Autosoft, which is rating 3. What it does, since I'm running it through my console instead of directly on the drone, it lets me increase the number of programs that the drone can take advantage of.
All right, well, it's Case's turn.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do matrix perception to perceive the hidden icons, I guess. Is that how it works?
Yeah, you're going to try to identify one of the icon. All right, so yeah, you can you see that there's a guy, there's some dudes with some Browning ultra powers. Now it's Haunted House's proper turn.
I'm going to use the Clear Sight Autosoft that I just booted up to start using its internal sensors and take pictures of the gangers as well as the kid that they were pushing around.
It's taking pictures.
Okay. And that'll be my full turn.
Alright, Professor Davros just recklessly threw a stun ball into a group of people, and you, after getting hit by it, he is recovered enough to be able to attempt something else.
Yeah. He's just, he's kind of like stumble back and just kind of look at his hands and be like, what did I just do? And, but then, so, but could you just give me like a little layout? I'm kind of confused about like where all the gangers are versus.
Well, you're kind of on a sidewalk on a street and outside of a store. It's a pretty wide sidewalk, but they're all like surrounding you like in a square kind of pattern, and you're just in between them all.
Okay, and there's just that one guy that has like.
Yeah, and he
like
wasn't
straight
pulled
lane
away.
view.
Yeah, and that guy wasn't pulled away. He's in place being held by Malibu or some guy who's holding cyber spurs to his face.
All right, so when Professor Davros when he realizes that they're still standing and probably looking very angry at him, he's going to consider running away, and then some like inner force is going to tell him to stick it out. So he's going to cast a Force 6 Mana Bolt at the closest guy to him, because he doesn't know how to do any other force. All out.
Alright, 3 hits. You got 1 net hit. Like, and he gets struck by some strange magical force. These gangers are terrified, and all of the ones except for the ones that's being subdued right now, they're all gonna flee. They're gonna be like, holy dreck! And then they're gonna just turn tail and just run.
I'm gonna let me just throw a brute force into the guns on the as a parting shot.
Sure.
Yeah, I got a mark, but no damage.
The ganger who's being held by Malibu is like, holy dreckin', who the frag are you? Oh my god.
I'm gonna shake him a little bit and say, "Who the frag are we? Don't worry about who we are, buddy. Who are you? And what's your gripe with this kid over here?"
I mean, I don't know. We were just messing with them, man. I mean, there was we didn't mean anything by it. Oh God, please don't kill me.
All right, I want to reach in, see if I can find his wallet and his cred stick.
He's got in his pockets. He's got a dose of cram, and he's got a cred stick. Not a wallet, so to speak, but he's got a cred stick with like 30 new yen on it.
No ID.
No ID. He's got a comm link that doesn't have a SIN on it or anything, and the comm link's just a crap meta link.
Okay, I take the comm link and I throw it to either House or Case, whoever's closest to me, and then I rip off his jacket, and then I will kick him in the ass to push him away and say, "All right, we know who you are, so we don't want to have any more trouble from you again, buddy." All right, the jacket I mostly took to make him lose face with his other gang members.
Sure, yeah.
And then, so I'm gonna just trash that. I give the comm link, like I said I would. And then I go and I immediately go over to Davros and I just kind of check him out, make sure he's okay, get him up on his feet. Kid, you're in a bad part of town,
Who are you?
Don't worry about who we are. Are you the one that cast that crazy magic thing that is giving me a ringing in my ears now?
I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know.
I'm trying to say, do you want a job?
By now, you are close enough to him, and it's calmed down enough that you're starting to think that this looks just like your nephew.
I'm gonna wait for his answer to the job question.
Job? What? I don't even know. I don't want.
Wait, kid. Cool it down a bit. Wait, what's your old man's name?
Old man? What? Why are you asking me about my old man?
Just
Who's
tell
an
me,
old
what's-
man anymore?
Yeah. I think I've had a little more sass than I can deal with. First of all, how about a little manners? A thank you would be polite. Don't you agree?
Thank you. What did you do?
I kicked the ass of the guy that was gonna brain you.
Just off table. I think Davros is getting very he's not as scared anymore since they ran away. So he's trying to puff his chest up and be big. So, all right, back in character. He's like, I think they're running away from me, not you, old man.
Just, you don't remember your old Uncle Malibu? Come here, bring it in, and I'm gonna try to hug him.
Davros does not let the hugging happen.
Do you want to roll initiative? This hug is gonna happen, kid.
But so does Davros recognize the name Malibu?
How much did you encounter your uncle growing up? How much did you hear about him?
It was basically my parents telling me to never, ever, ever grow up like him.
Well, they probably would have emphasized it enough that, yeah, you would have. And with a memory test like that, yeah, you recognize the name.
All right, so he will just kind of, after avoiding the hug, he will just kind of look at him and be like, Uncle Malibu? It's like, what are you doing here?
I'm here looking for work, just like every other schmuck in this town. But we do need a mage, kid, and I would like to catch up with you. So why don't you take a walk with us? We'll see if you can fit into the team here.
Oh no, you've got it wrong. I'm not a mage or anything. I'm just a student. I go to the university, like on the other part of town.
Well, this is a take what we can get and a take what you can get kind of situation. So anyway, let's go grab some soy calf and we'll talk this all out. All right, kid?
I mean, I can always go for some soy calf, but I don't need a job or anything. But I'll take the soy calf.
All right, I'm gonna invite House along in case if they want to come to a nearby like crappy little coffee stuffer shack kind of thing.
Yeah. we'll come. Do you need a ride? I have my car around the corner.
I'll be more than happy to join you, but I can only stay for a cup or two. I've got some other clients I need to work with. I've got my bike with me, so I'll follow y'all over.
Davros just gonna ride his 10-speed, but also after everybody leaves to go, he's going to pick up the game jacket because he thinks it's cool.
All right, so I don't know how into the reminiscing you want to get, but I would definitely want to like confirm that he was my nephew and just catch up on how he's been, what he's up to, and I'm gonna brag about him a lot to House and Case about what a smart kid he was and how he's the first one in our family to go to college and how proud the family is of him and blah blah blah.
But
Well, I'm certainly not going to be any help, so I'm going to take off and go get ready for work tonight. I see you back here at the mall.
I will meet you guys back here. I've got to go meet with another client for a short meeting, and I will be back.
All right, so once they're gone, I'm going to look at him and I'm going to go, kid, what's the deal? You don't need any extra pocket money? I know I know how things are going with the economy these days. You must need a little extra money for books or magic thing, whatever you call those magic things you use, right? You need a little extra pocket money, right? Don't you want to help out your old Uncle Malibu here?
hey man, don't say anything about magic out loud. Well, I mean, calm down a little bit. I could use some money. I mean, school just let out, and the dorm's closed, so I don't really have anywhere to stay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What have I got to
Well,
do?
look, if you help us out, it's one night, all right? All we need you to do, just hang out with us. We got this rich old playboy we're going to be taking out of the town. We're running security for him. Tell you what, I can give you 100 million if you help us out tonight.
100 million? Oh, man. As long as you don't tell mom and dad. I mean,
All
they
right.
can't know about this.
Yeah, no, of course. And listen, don't talk to the other guys. Obviously, since you're family, I'm giving you a pretty big cut. So don't talk to the other guys about what I'm paying you. All right, let's just keep that between you and me, uncle and nephew. All right.
I appreciate it. I know 100 new yen's a lot of money.
All right, go get yourself cleaned up, kid. Meet us back over at this, the place where we were meeting. I can't remember what it's called. Meet us at the crime mall in a couple hours. Put on something nice. We're gonna be going to some nightclubs tonight. Maybe you get a girlfriend while you're out, right?
Oh, I can wear my biker jacket.
Yeah, you might want to take the gang patch off if you're gonna do that. Just a little word to the wise.
No, that's a different jacket. But okay, point take.
All right, kid. Hey, I'm excited. Bring her in. Bring her in for another hug with your Uncle Malibu here.
Davros just kind of stands there with his arms by his sides and gets hugged.
He feels the warm embrace of a manly old man. And then I'm gonna go find my line coat that I wanted to buy and be back hopefully promptly for the second meeting.
Well, since he doesn't have anywhere to take a rest at, he's just kind of stay in the coffee shop.
You can lounge there. Maybe there's a couch you can.
Yeah, that's what he's just gonna find a couch or a chair somewhere and just sit and think.
It's really rough-looking, dirty couch because you are in Puyallup, the Barrens.
That's right. He doesn't even notice.
I'm gonna need to spend an hour to fix my deck, at least.
Sure.
Davros is gonna search the internet or whatever you call it for his uncle, and then the Matrix for his uncle, and then kind of not know what's going on because he can't find any Facebook pages or the like.
Yonkers probably just waited at there and was going to have a talk with Badger about, you said getting the old crew back together, not drugging people out of the dumpster.
So yeah, Badger says, right, well, look, it's a little difficult to find crews lately. And you said you wanted someone with a little bit more experience. I don't know, with all the CFD stuff going around, people are pretty paranoid nowadays, especially with running with new people. This is the best I could do for you.
Fair enough, fair enough. It's just, well, the Hawaiian shirt of Malibu's got a bit of a mouth on him.
Hey, if you couldn't run with people in the shadows that had a bit of a mouth on them, you'd probably never find a team, you know?
Just kind of miffed that things with Chang and the folks down at the pawn shop went south.
Yeah, you and me too, pal. That was a promising young group there, but I got high hopes for you guys.
Well, gonna grab a few things. You mind if I sit out front and hammer a gin?
You help yourself.
Cheers, Omek.
All right.
Okay, Bobby. So first I would
yeah.
talk to Badger, which I just made a note about what I'd try to do.
So yeah, Badger says, "What can I do for you?"
Hey, listen, I got good news and I got better news.
Lay it on me.
All right, the good news is I found us a mage, and you know, I really think he'd be great for the job tonight because right now we don't really have much in the way of protection when it comes to the more ethereal realms. If you catch my drift. The better news, you're gonna love the kid. He's a genius. He's my nephew. He's like some kind of whiz kid college professor. He's younger than some socks I own, but he's a great kid. Very smart, very sharp. So obviously we're going to need a little extra pay for him, but it's going to be totally worth the price because it's going to put us totally safe and sound when it comes to the whole magical realm.
So what you're telling me is you were looking for a mage and you called up your nephew?
No, it's crazy. It's what do you call it? Kismet, because we were just walking out of here from the deal with you and everything, and the kid was kicking ass on some bikers. I mean, he was just tearing into them with his magic. I mean, you should have seen it. It was like a friggin' ghost bomb he dropped on these dudes' asses. It was amazing. It was remarkable.
So what you're telling me is you want more money?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got to pay the kid. I mean, you don't have to pay him as much as the rest of us. Like maybe 750 million should be fine.
Roll a negotiation again.
Are you doing this when we are all get back together, or are you talking to him before we get back together?
I would definitely talk to him on the side about this.
He says, look, 750 million's a little bit. I'm already paying some of this out of my pocket. Let's call it an extra 200 million. I'm already losing money on this.
I mean, come on. You should have seen this kid's. It was like a friggin'. It was like he blew up the frickin' gangers with his mind. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
And if that's true, then he's gonna prove extremely useful on future jobs that I send your way.
All right. So give me 300, and then I'll pocket the 250 you already gave me, and we'll call it a day.
Or I can give you 200 because I didn't ask you to go and find a mage for me.
You did specifically say. I remember saying, "Hey, if we need a mage for our team." I remember you mentioned that.
Look, it's my job to find the people. That's what a fixer does. I'm giving you 200 million. That's the end of the story. Look. I don't want to create bad vibes here. We need to work well together. Just take the 200 million.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Wait right here. I'm going to walk over to Davros, and I'm going to put my arm around him, and I'm going to lean down real close. I'm going to say, "Don't fuck this up, kid. I need you to look sharp here, all right? Come with me." And then I take him over to Badger, and I say, "All right, here he is. This kid's literally a professor, all right? Hey, professor, introduce yourself to Badger here. Tell him what a great mage you are."
I'm no professor. I'm just a student, sir.
All right, the kid's nervous, because he's not much of a talker, He's more of a doer. He's a man of action. I mean, look at him. I mean, he's really tough, is what I'm saying.
Badger kind of rubs his forehead and he says, "Right, look, you're putting me in a really uncomfortable place here."
All right, kid, go have a seat. And then after Davros is gone, I'll put my cred stick out and take the money.
Sends you the 200 million. As everybody shows up, soon after, the guy you're supposed to be helping comes, and he is in a wheelchair.
So are we running actual security, or are we just taking him out to party?
Your job is to escort him around and show him a good time and do what he wants to do.
All right. Oh, by the way, I wanted to, before the guy shows up, I'm sorry, I did want to talk to Yonkers also.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I got to take a minute to get over that picture that just popped up.
And he looks
Oh.
he looks really excited like that. Like when he gets there, he's going to be really excited.
He looks like some sort of Muppet.
All right. So listen, all right. So I go up to Yonkers, and I'm gonna just sit down like right across from him, and I'm gonna kind of lean back, and I'm gonna say, "Listen, Dandelion, I don't like you. You don't like me, correct?"
Yeah, breeder.
All right.
Now
So
watch your mouth, or I'll watch it for you. This is biz.
right. Okay. So finally, we see eye to eye. This is biz. It's a job. Let's act professional. All right. As long as we're on the clock here. So you and me, we kind of are going to be, I guess, collaborating, considering we have, skill sets that overlap, as it were.
Generally, yeah. What you got in mind?
Well, the way I look at it, one of us is going to have to be close to this old man for the duration of the evening, and the other one should probably keep a distance and sort of do Overwatch, as it were. So, do you have a particular comfort zone?
Seeing as we're going to be in a club and it's going to be pretty close in, lots of people dancing, noise, what have you. A lot of what we could get into that club and what would be prudent isn't going to be effective. Don't think the bouncers will take kindly if we have a scatter gun in there.
I'm going to be traveling real light. I just got my heavy pistol, which I'm going to keep, concealed. I got an extendable baton, and of course I got my spurs. So, I could be discreet if you think I should be the one that's sticking close to him.
Yeah, I'm going to be pretty much rocking the pistols too. Don't think that anything else I've got in my little magical murder bag is going to be doing us much good out here. And sitting outside on some rooftop if we're going bar hopping is not going to be helping us much.
Yeah. Just you're going to be kind of the card up the sleeve, I think. So I'll stick close to him. I kind of have the people person persona, I think. So I'll keep the old man happy, keep him entertained, and keep my eyes peeled. You just stay on the corners, be a wallflower, keep your eyes opened, and if anything goes down, you can kind of just pop in out of nowhere on whoever's ass we got to fry.
Pretty much what I was thinking.
All right, I'm loading stun rounds since I'm close to the old man, so that way I don't accidentally take him out. Hopefully he can survive a stun round if it comes down to that. But yeah, okay, so let's just agree to disagree on whether or not you're a psychopathic murdering asshole for the time being, and let's just get this job done with no more glitches, all right?
Yeah, we'll talk about this once the paycheck's through.
All right, I'll shake on it if he will.
Yonkers will extend his hand.
Okay, sounds good. So you can have old man Willie roll on up.
So his name is Frank Anders, to remind you. He comes in, and as he rolls up, he, in a very familiar and friendly way, says hi to the bodyguard, the troll bodyguard, who's always outside of Badger's place, and he says, "Hey, Frank!" Frank, the bodyguard, says, "Hey, Frank." And Frank Anders, your wheelchair guy, seems thoroughly amused by the fact that they both share a name.
Malibu is going to be very upset when he sees the wheelchair, but he's going to bite his tongue for the moment. And since sort of has to be a guy that sticks close to the old guy, he's going to walk up to him, extend a hand, and say, "Hey, you must be Mr. Frank. My name's Malibu. It's definitely a pleasure to meet you. Badger here didn't mention that you were mobily challenged, but I assure you that won't be an issue." And he's going to try to smile and be convincing.
It's not going to be a problem. You might call it mobily challenged, but I get around pretty well.
I'm going to shoot a glance at Badger, saying this is going to be another discussion later. But then I say, all right, well, hey, we're going to
kind of like shrug apologetically.
And then I'm gonna I'm gonna grab the handles to his wheelchair and start rolling him towards House's car, and say, "Well, listen, time's a wasting. Let's get this night kicking off. Tell me, what kind of night are you into? You want to do a little gambling, see some broads, do some drinking?"
He says, let's do a little bit of all of it. I want to be going all to the great places.